In Panama International, and I'm about to fly to Montego Bay. So I made it to Jamaica, Montego Bay. So finally cleared immigration. Took a while. I had to show my yellow fever certificate for the first time. I've got the local beer. Red Stripe. That's what Jamaican money looks like. $50 is worth about 30p.
So all those little wooden houses that you see are now being replaced by concrete structures.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Thanks to help from the government and stuff, you know? Yeah man. What it's like.
So just parked here. This house, the Rose Hall, it was an old former slave owner's house, and she was horrible to her slaves, so they called her the White Witch. It's hot and it's humid, but the sea looks amazing.
They're from the 1800s and they're Chinese dishes.
So this is where they would have sat in their meals while everyone toiled. This is an original painting, but they don't really know who it is.
Somebody's watching you.
The girl in red could be Anne, the murderer. I was going to find out, the murderess, but they're not sure. This bucket here is what 10-year-old slave kids carried, and it is quite heavy, but they had filled it. It was filled with water. If they spilled any, they got whipped. This is where the lady would stand and she'd watch slaves being punished there, her entertainment. She sounds like a nice woman. Room number 1. She poisoned her first husband, arsenic, and then they took the body by secret passage to some place over there, and then but she blamed it on yellow fever. That's how she got away with it. This is the second room, and she murdered her second husband here. How did she murder him?
By stabbing him with a knife.
Stabbed him. Wow.
To make sure he was dead, hot oil was poured in the ears.
And she murdered her third husband here, strangled him with the help of her slave lover. This is the main room, and she died in here. So she was killed by her slave lover. Did he strangle her?
Yes.
On that bed?
Yes.
Heading into the dungeon.
As you're trying to escape, their feet would be chopped off.
Trapped in this bear trap.
Then lowered to the jail cell.
So this is the tomb of Annie. Her spirit roams free.
There's a girl named Annie Palmer was the mistress of the slaves. Slaves all live in fear to see the frowns in Annie's face.
So that's my tour finished. That song she was singing was written by Johnny Cash, who lived around here, and he donated some of the stuff that was in that old house. Interesting history. There's remnants of the old mill. There it is from outside. This is actually a nice area of Montego Bay called Ironshaw. Nice houses. So this is the national fruit of Jamaica.
It's like a gingerbread house.
It does look like a gingerbread house.
Or something with a German look or feel to it.
Yeah, it looks like something you'd see in Europe. Lots of goats just ambling about. People are building their house bit by bit. It takes up to 20 years apparently, save them money, do a little bit more. So these are government financed housing for low income workers, but the people have got them and have made additions to them. So there's the original. And you can see what they've done, they've embellished it to make it look better.
Here, the cost of putting in a fence to border, because it's going to be of mutual benefit to both parties. So they will split the cost down the middle for putting in a fence.
We're heading up into the poorer areas of Montego Bay now. Salt fish, fry fish.
Hold it down for when you have heavy, strong winds. So that it doesn't blow off the roof.
Heading towards a place called Cantebury, the tourist gangs in Montego Bay. I've just got out and get some good pictures and stuff, so let's see if I can get in and see what happens. The Great House, Richmond Hill Inn. How beautiful the settings with these flowers and these blossoms. So you can actually come and stay at this hotel. Look at that beautiful setting. Just wandering by the pool just to see Montego Bay from above. There we go. So the guide was telling me that the bad thing about Jamaica is its perception in other countries that people think it's just really dangerous, when in actual fact it's not. And he reckons the government could do more to improve what people's perceptions are of the country. Look at that weird fruit. It's covered in ants. It's a termite nest. These little things, termites are ants.
There are a number of schools down there as well too, like that blue and what's that color now?
This is Montego Bay, and there's the capital all the way down there, Kingston, which is the famous people here. Alicia Keys and Snoop Dogg. Look at that. Back in downtown at Montego Bay. So a museum around here. Let's see if I can get into it. We'll just go out on the main square, so we're going to this museum. National Museum. We've got some of the punishments here. The treadmill, failure to keep pace on the treadmill, often led to maiming and death. So this is the human cage, the gibbet. This is where the body was put in, and it was common on the roads in Jamaica. It's got a list of the punishments. Like this geezer, Geo Shaw, from there, sentenced to death. Whereas this one, Anne Ramsey, 100 lashes, 6 months imprisonment. This one here, John Biel from Great Valley, was acquitted. Pete Tosh used to be in Bob Marley and the Wailers, and this bit's all about the Rastafarians. The Royal Creed.
Born on the artist's residency in Beijing, China last year. Considering Beijing.
Sounds coward. Yeah, you blow into the conch shell and then it all changes. Bizarre. Wow. This is what an acid trip feels like. There's a graphic here of the ship, of how they were put on the ship. Imagine this. Just look at that. So where that fountain is the centre of the square, and that's where that slave rebellion leader was hanged. So yeah, the centre of the square, it's safe, fine. So just have a walk and see what I can see. There's like a little monument over there, so if I can get to it. So that's Sam Sharpe, who was hanged in that little place, doing some preaching. That's where they used to put slaves if they were caught out after the curfew, locked them up in there. Nice little fruit stand. Right, the local newspaper. The Observer, 60 Jamaican dollars. Really busy down here. Main shopping street. So crossing the road to go and see a church over on the left somewhere. Busy. Vendors on the streets. Trying to make a living. Noisy, colourful. This is the Anglican Church in the centre of town. Steel pans up there, the pans of praise. See if I can get to the top, see what's what. Did it. He's not very good though, wasn't worth the effort. There's a big bell. Thomas Mears founder, London, 1840. Here we are. So just at the start of the craft market, a little wander through. Bob Marley, real popular. Rastas. So I just buy myself a coconut, 200.
can take you chilling, man, no problem.
Out of Montego Bay, and it was our absolute.
Jamaican beach. People pay $5 to get in here, but somehow the geezer got me in for free. So I'm just walking across the sand. I tell you what, it's hot. Hot as hell here. The water's beautiful. It's called the Hip Strip, Gloucester Avenue. All the shops, bars, you know, touristy things, restaurants. Here we go, look at that. Tropical treasures. Just climbed out. There's a hotel down here, and we're going to try to get in. Apparently it's got a beautiful beach. See, they let us in for free. So yeah, beautiful beach. Beautiful little beach. The statue. Driven up a little bit of a hill because he wants to show me Montego Bay's version of the Hollywood sign. Red stripe. That's where we were down there. The sun's going to go down. The flight leaves in about 4 hours.